What's going on, y'all? I just send this link out, then I'm going to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, y'all. What's going on, y'all? Give me 1 second. It's Thursday. We got a couple news events going on today. We're going to go over all that in just a second. All right, now. So it's going to be a few sets we're looking at. We're going to be looking at EA. Me and the members, we entered one trade last night during Tokyo session. We're currently in GJ. My bad, I'm looking at a few other setups right now. Yeah, so we're going to be watching GA. We're going to be looking at EA. Then we're going to be watching the New Zealand pairs as well. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. It's just a trade idea. We're going to be waiting for the next 15 to see what that looks like. But we're going to be looking for a possible buy setup here. As far as news today, though, we do have Euro news in about an hour. We have the CPI for the Euro pairs. And then at 8:15, we got ADP. Excuse me. Then we have unemployment claims at 8:30, 15 minutes after that. Then at 10 o'clock, we have ISM manufacturing PMI. Then we have FOMC as well. So we have a few news events back to back to back today. And then tomorrow we have a Euro holiday. And then, of course, we have non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, and average hourly earnings at 8:30. But that's pretty much it. So we might see some huge volume pumps and spikes during those times. But it's going to be a pretty standard Friday and Thursday. We're already up for the day already. We're in GJ right now, me and the members. We just hit TP5 like about 30 minutes ago. Let me pull that up so y'all see what I'm talking about. But we just hit TP5, so we're deep in profit right now, slowly climbing up. About to see if we can jump into some more setups. So I like EA. So we're looking at a possible buy setup for EA. EA did just break this level. It's doing a nice retest. So we're going to wait for the next 5 minute 15. We do have a slight level of traffic getting built here, kind of similar to what happened this day, or this week, I should say, in the past few weeks here. But if we can continue to hold this level of support, we can continue to climb up and see a new high get made today. So that's going to be the game plan for EA. Again, we do have some major news events popping up today and tomorrow. So I might be playing around until then. But that's still going to be the game plan. We're not going to really look for sells on EA. I wouldn't really consider sells on EA unless price breaks. If you want to be super sale, I'd wait for price to break below 62.70. But you could possibly take short-term sells if price breaks and holds below 63.30. But anything above that, I'll consider buys, to be honest. So we got about 4 minutes until the next 15. So we're just going to keep that there. Let's see what else is going on with these other pairs. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? So I'm actually going to be looking at oil today as well. I was supposed to be checking that out, but I always forgot. But I set a reminder today. So we're going to be looking at oil as well. We might have some good setups. We missed a nice setup yesterday on it, but we might have some good setups today and tomorrow on it. So we're going to be paying attention to that as well. Those just joining the stream, make sure that first link in the description, join the free Telegram, free Signal Room. You see how we've done the past 2 weeks. We're going to pull that up and check it out for ourselves in just a second. But right now, I'm just paying attention to the charts, trying to see what the game plan for the rest of the day is going to be. Me and the members, we took one trade last night. We took another GJPY. We're up a nice amount of pips right now. I'll pull that up in just a second as well. Yeah, but we're going to be looking at possible sells on oil. So oil can break this level here. We can look for, I don't know why I was mixing gold and oil together. So oil can break below this level here. We can look for a possible sell as well. So yeah, we got a few pairs we're going to be looking at. So let me go ahead and put my charts back up. Hey, what's going on, Horse and Carriage? I see you in here. What's going on, Lyra? I see you in here. Yeah, so we're going to look and see if we can hold this level here. I'm going to put stop loss right below this. I'm going to target price right there. So we got the 4 o'clock hour about to start as well. That's usually when we see a lot of volume start to pump in, especially with the GBP pairs. So we're going to see what happens there. We're going to go over the GBP pairs as well. Speaking of those, we're going to go over that after the next 15. Because like I was talking about with the members yesterday, we can anticipate and expect some retracements on those pairs, even some of the euro pairs. Just looking at the bigger time frames would not be too shocking or surprising if we do see some retracements, because it's that time. They have been pumping for like the past 2 weeks consistently. So I'm looking at a GA buy as well. Just seeing right now if it's going to do a retracement or not. But this is the free Signal, free Telegram. This is how we did. That's how we did on Tuesday. Of course, we didn't trade on Monday. So Tuesday, we took 3 trades. We took a GA buy. All these we broke down on that live. We didn't take these all live. I think we took them a little bit after the live. But we broke down all 3 of these trades on that live stream. But we took a GA buy, all TPC cost 75 pips. We took an EN buy, all TPC cost 67 pips. Then a GJ buy, all TPC cost 83 pips. Gives us a total of 225 pips for the day. 158 of those pips strictly in advanced play Signal, ending that day 3-0. You click here. It will show you at the top, the very top, my personal entry, SLs, TPs, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, when the TPs got hit, people's reactions to that. Then also, of course, screenshots. I also post these screenshots in real time on my Instagram story. Y'all should be seeing that on the bottom of your screen at Playmaker_away. Make sure to follow me on TikTok as well at PlaymakerAway. I like what EA is doing. So we're going to hold that thought. So let me go ahead and post this disclaimer first. I do like EA. Now we do have news in about an hour. That's the only thing. This will be a little bit high risk setup. Now, if this was a couple hours before the news, I wouldn't really care. And at the same time, I personally don't care either. But I usually have certain rules for signals that I call it to the public. Like I said, like there are some trades I take on my own that are more aggressive or higher risk, but usually the trades I like to call out are a little bit least a little bit of what's the word? A little bit less risky. But I do like the setup nonetheless. I'm looking at GA also for a possible buy setup over EA, and it's just doing. I gotta do a little bit more retracing. So we're waiting for it to do a little bit more retracing, but it looks like it's trying to respect that level. So we might have to wait a little bit, or we have to wait for price to break back above that level there. But I'm looking at that for possible buy as well. So make sure that first link in the description, hit that free Telegram, free signal room link, read that disclaimer. All right, it's going to look like a big paragraph, but it's just 11 sentences. It goes over how the TPs work, how you should go about trading in general, and then a few other things. So make sure to check that out. I'm still looking at EA. I want to look for buys on SPX, but we could be seeing a possible reversal the way it's looking right here. But if it can still stay above 4170, 4175, yeah, not 41.7, 41.75, then we could look for possible buys. Breaks that level, then I would wait to see how it reacts to that level to see if it's treating as a support or resistance, then go from there. But you want to be super safe for sell positions. I'd wait to see if price can hold underneath 41.40, or if you want to be super safe, 41.15. But if it can continue to respect this level of support like it currently is, then we look for possible buys. So that's going to be the game plan there. But as you can see, it's kind of ranging. So we're just going to wait for it to retest or break back above or below the level, whether it goes up or down. But as of now, it's not really at a good position for entry. So we're just going to leave it alone for now. Then we're going to mark this off right here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and pull these other pairs. See what they're up to. Yeah, so GJ is retracing as well. Let's see what GN's up to. Yeah, so GN, I want to look for a buy as well, but we're waiting to see if we can break this level, or we'll look for a buy if it can retrace back at this level. But either way, with GN, we're looking for buys regardless. But we're just waiting for it to hit our price level and meet our confirmations. So we're just chilling right now. EA is retracing as well, so we're not going to pull the trigger on that just yet. So yeah, we're just chilling and patiently waiting right now. Oil still chilling. All right, cool. Right, so we're going to keep it on GA right here. US30. Yeah, we can look at US30. US30 is a little bit different from SPX and NAS. It's doing a completely its own thing right now, which it does sometimes from time to time. Same thing with NAS. NAS was doing its own thing for a little while. So looking at US30, we got a completely different look compared from NAS. So the past few months, few weeks, has been bearish. As you can see, hasn't been making any new highs. It's just been making lows, just slowly but surely dropping. So right now, I'd consider this bearish. It's currently on the strong support resistance level. So I'd personally wait for price to either break below 32,860, 32,855 for a possible sell, or I wait to see how price reacts to 33.70. But again, we do have news today, so that can change things up because we are We already filled out that imbalance. So yeah, so we're currently on a strong support resistance level. So like I said, I'd wait for us to break below this level or retest this level. But as of now, price is bearish. But we do have news for the USD pairs at 8:15 and 8:30. And these are high impact news. So if you want to trade beforehand, go ahead. But if you haven't entered before like 30 minutes before the news, I'd personally wait, especially with these news events. But that's what I'm looking at for US30. So yeah, we got US30 looking super bearish on the daily, and then we look at NAS. We're going to see something completely different. NAS is in a huge uptrend. You see what I'm saying? But NAS is also doing a retracement right here. So NAS is looking extremely bullish. So I want to look for buys on these still. But that's why also with this news event, it's going to be interesting because usually all three of those are a trio, and they usually will have like slightly different structures on the bigger time frame. But when you go on like the smaller time frame and or like the direction they go for the day, it's usually the same, but it's not all the time. That's why I always say 9 times, 8 times out of 10, and you still want to do proper chart analysis for entering the trade. But if we look on the smaller time frames, we can see similarities. But then if we go on the daily time frames, we see that's when we see US 300 doesn't. I'm tripping. US30. I'm over here mixing the pairs together. Here we go. So we see on the smaller time frames how they look almost exactly identical, but then on the bigger time frames, that's where you see the big differences. Like it's almost night and day on the daily time frames, completely different, especially between US30 and NAS. But it's currently chilling on a daily support resistance level, which isn't too much of a surprise. So I'll just wait for it to break those levels. Also wait for a retest if you want to be extra safe, and then go from there. I'm just going through these pairs really quick to see what's going on. Those just joined the stream. We only took one trade. That was during Tokyo session. We haven't entered any trades yet. Looking for some setups right now. I'll see on your screen how we've been doing the past couple of weeks. Last week we went 11-1, catching a total of 5,400 pips, getting a 92% win rate. And then the week before that we went 13-1, catching 26,900 pips, getting us a similar percentage win rate. Hit that first link in the description. You'll be able to check that out for yourself. We was just going over that before we stopped to look at these pairs really quick. But we're going to pull that back up because nothing's going on right now. So we went over how we did Tuesday. This is how we did yesterday. Entered this trade. Broke this down on yesterday's live. Personal entry SL. See the reactions. You see the TPs getting it. We got all TPs hit. Caught a nice move there. So how we ended yesterday, we took an SPX500 as well into that on yesterday's live. Broke that down on yesterday's live. TP2 got hit on SPX. We got 500 pips. And then on GJ, all TPs got hit. We got 77 pips. So we're 5-0 for the week so far. But if we scroll back up to here, and if you scroll, those are student results as well. We can go over that in a second. But if you scroll to the 28th, you're going to see exactly what you see how we did last week. 11-1, 92% win rate. Monday, we caught 710 pips. Tuesday, we caught 2,020 pips. Wednesday, we caught 2,128. Thursday, we caught 295 pips. And then Friday, we caught 268 pips. 3,000 of those pips was strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. You click right here. It's going to take you all the way to Monday. Same thing. Looks like we took a similar GBPJPY that day, coincidentally. But same thing, every one of my trades I post is a trade I personally enter. You'll see my personal entry, SLTPs. You see how people view enter the trade. You see the reactions. You see the TPs getting hit. You'll always see screenshots. And at the end of every day and every week, I always post a recap. All the trades taken between the free channel and the advanced play signal room. What TP got it. How many pips was caught total on each trade and caught in total between all the trades and all that good stuff. So make sure to check that out. There we go. We went 1-0 this day, got 2,000 pips that day. And yeah, wins, losses, everything's documented on here. Wins and losses. Very transparent. Right now, we're just waiting for some more setups right now. We caught a nice GJ trade. Due to retest, but it's already pushing right back up. Let me show you all that right now. We entered this last night. I told him what the game plan was. I was like, well, we can pull that up and I can show y'all. Because it's not really at a good entry anyway, so I wouldn't suggest anyone trying to jump into this trade. Just giving that disclaimer out before I pull up the channel. Also, if someone just joined last night and I don't see you in the channel, so if you're watching this live, DM me on Instagram, but I'm going to pull up my files on my end, and I'm going to email you as well. But yeah, DM me on Instagram so I can send you that invite link. Because when you sign up, the link will automatically pop up. So you exit out of that, that window. Sometimes you'll literally close out of the link before you can join. So I'm going to email you after this live. But if you're watching, go ahead and DM me on Instagram as well. Yeah, so we're in this GJ right now. We're looking at GA as well for a possible buy setup. But we're just going to have to wait a little bit on that. Yeah, so we're watching GN also, but that hit the top of the zone, so we're waiting to see if it can break above the zone, or we're just going to wait for it to retrace to the level below it, and then we're going to look for an entry there. All right, oil still rejecting that level. Yeah, so we're just going to be chilling for right now. So yeah, that thing literally retested that level and is wicking, pushing all the way back up. Speaking of wicks, hold on, we'll go over that in just a second. But this is the play right here. You can see TP5 got hit. You can see, well, I guess I can show you all this because, like I said, as you can see, we're already right back at TP4. So I wouldn't suggest entering this because our personal entry is all the way at 45. But you can see TP5 we hit, and we're chilling right now. Waiting for some other setups, but that's the only trade we took. Oh, let me scroll up. Before that, I was like, we're looking for New Zealand GN EM buys, GN AUD buys. I mean GA EA buys, and then JPY buys as well. And then we only entered the GJ buys, but the New Zealand pairs EN specifically ended up doing what was projected. I had an EN buy setup. I just chose the GJ setup. The EN did a quick move as well, but it's retracing also. I had this marked off. I didn't enter this one though. Only entered GJ. I'm watching GA as well. I was waiting to see if it was going to retest this level, but it didn't. It's still chilling here. So I'm just going to move this over. Still waiting for it to either break above this level or retest this level. So we're just going to let it do its thing for right now. And I got other pairs I'm looking at on my other screen. So we're not really missing anything right now. So we're just chilling. Just patiently waiting and chilling. So going back to what I was talking about, I just got to go back into the free channel. So we hit that first link in the description, hit the free Telegram, free signal link. You'll see I dropped the link and posted the link last night on my. Okay, this one. So click that. That's going to send you to my TikTok. And that video is a short video. It's like a minute and some change, but it goes over wicks and the importance of wicks. So I suggest everybody watch that. After you watch that, go ahead and hit a follow as well, especially if that helps y'all out and you'll learn something from that video. But in that video, I go over specifically the importance of pips. I have some other videos where I'm going to go over the importance of candlesticks, but I also have on my YouTube channel a how to read candlesticks video. But like I mentioned yesterday, it's going to be an updated video posting soon. But make sure to check that out. What's going on, Fitman? I see you in here. Can I get the Insta? The Insta is on the bottom of the screen. So, Playmaker, just like the YouTube, then underscore way. And if you need to find it, you hit the first link in the description. You scroll up a little bit, not too far. You scroll up to the 31st. Wait, that's a lot. I know I posted something this week. No, I'm not tripping. Okay, yeah, I did right here. So you scroll to the 29th. You're going to see this right here. All right. This is a link that's going to send you straight to my Instagram. And yeah, so that's the two ways. But I guess on the bottom of the screen, Instagram and TikTok's on the bottom of the screen. Also, if you click that first link I talked about before, the one that's the closest one, this TikTok one, in my TikTok description is both my YouTube and Instagram. So you can find it that way as well. I got to update the link in my description for Instagram, but those are the other ways. But it's the exact same spelling as the YouTube. But you should see it on the bottom of your screen, like somewhere right here. All right. Okay, bet. Yeah, that's why I'm watching it because it can flip on us. I wouldn't say you're saying it looks bearish. I wouldn't say that. Like, can it drop today? Yes, but I wouldn't say bearish because you saying it looks bearish would indicate that you see formation of a downtrend, and we don't really see that yet. Now, can price retrace? Yeah, we do have a nice imbalance here. US30 is looking extremely bearish. Now, if you say US30 is looking bearish, then I would agree with you 100%. But if we go on a clear naked chart and we're just looking at NAS100, and I said a clear naked chart, but as you can see, I just mark up every chart. But if we look at NAS, there's nothing bearish about NAS, right? Now, do we have a red candlestick? Yes. But you say NAS looking bearish, my guess is that you're on a smaller time frame. And over here, I teach everyone, students or not, to start off on at least the daily time frame. No matter what you're looking at, scalps, swing trades, day trades, at least the daily time frame. Right. Now, you said, okay, let me go in a naked chart. I keep saying to do that. I got all these charts marked off. All right. So you said US30 is looking bearish. I'd agree with you. Or you're saying gold was looking bearish. I agree with you. Now, again, I'm not taking away the possibility that NAS could drop today, but you just got to be careful with the vocabulary you use because bearish would indicate that we're in a downtrend, just like bullish would indicate we're in an uptrend. Because if we're bearish, that means we would be looking for sells, but you should only be looking for sells if we're in a downtrend. Why? Because if we're in a downtrend, that means we're mostly going down. So if price is mostly going down, why would you look for buys? Just like if we're in an uptrend, that means price is overall going up. So just because we have small pivots to the downside, why would we look for those instead of waiting for the retracement so we can catch the bigger move? You know what I'm saying? The goal of trading isn't trying to catch every pip. Like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you that there is a possibility price could retrace. I went over that with the members. So the members already know that. I went over that yesterday with the members. But as far as bearish, not yet. It still has to break a few levels before I would consider it to be bearish. Now, like I said, will it retrace a little bit? It could possibly do that. But as far as market structure, I still consider it bullish. But as you can see, it's literally been taking a nap, literally all Tokyo and all London sessions so far. So it's probably gonna be doing that until pre-New York and or until literally the 8 o'clock hour right before the news, because that's usually what happens on these news events. So GJ is pushing back up, back in business. We're gonna look and see what these other pairs are up to. Make sure we're not missing anything. GN rejected that level. So we're gonna let that do its thing. GA is rejecting that level as well. EA is chilling as well. It's probably going to be chilling till the news in about 40 minutes. Yeah, so look at these other pairs. So let me pull them up so you see what I'm talking about. But was looking at a buy here. It's chilling. It's probably going to be doing this until literally right before the news. But we're still looking for buys regardless. Been looking at GA. We was looking for buys on this as well. But it's retracing, so no problem there. Like I said, we're looking for buys regardless. So retrace it back down here. We're simply just going to look for a buy right here. No issue at all. But yeah, so the only trade we're in currently. So we're just gonna let this do its thing. But as we see, volume is all this week has been very choppy. Like we're just going to 15-minute time frame. We'll see for multiple periods of 2 hours plus, price is chilling at similar price levels. We see that here. We even see that here. We see that here in a different way. Instead of just being stagnant, taking a nap like this, we see price trying, like we see on live sometimes, to make new highs or new lows, but being stuck in place. Or we'll see this, which is literally like a whole 2 sessions of price just chilling at the same level. So literally, you just look on the chart, you can kind of see how this week's been going. But it's also because we're in a shift of a new month, and the last week and the first week, okay, the beginning of every month, is usually the slower and choppier months, and also when we have the most news events. We went over this in yesterday's live, but if you just go to this website, which is Forex Factory, just do a quick experiment. Look at the first week of every month, and you're going to see, especially with the USD news, the same news events every first week of every month almost. And you know, if you look at this month, and then you look at the month before that, you can see that as well in the trading. And then also, you know, if you've been here and if you remember, you'll know that as well, because this month started off extremely slow because of a few things. We had a bunch of bank holidays at the beginning of this month. Well, last month. This month just started, the beginning of last month. And then we also had news events on top of that. So it was an extremely slow start to the month. But as you can see, it doesn't really matter how you start. It doesn't matter how you start, but it mostly matters how you end. We're going to tally up later today, the total pips we caught this month. Because I do tally up that. And then I think January, March, April, May, June. Yeah, so this is the last month of this quarter. So after this month, then we're going to tally up the next quarter. And in a second, we can attempt to try to find those things, because I do have them in the channel where, like, I'll kind of like how on here you can click here and it'll drop you back up to that certain date. I have a bunch of those for the past few months this year and the quarters. We just post a lot in this channel, so it's just going to take a few scrolls and filters. But we're going to do that in just a second. But we're just trying to look at these pairs. We got a new 5-minute about to start. So before we do that, just one thing I want to talk about, because I get a lot of questions like this, and I go in depth with this with the members, but you know, this is just to help anybody out. First thing, if you're not on, let me catch these comments. If you're not on TradingView, you need to use TradingView. It doesn't matter if you have a phone, tablet, computer. You need to use TradingView. Got it. All right, cool. I'm caught up. The reason why you need to use TradingView is that way you can have a bigger view and picture of what's going on. Because if you're on your phone, you can only see so many candlesticks, and then you have to scroll. Or if you turn it to the side, then you might be able to see some more candlesticks. But with trading, you do need to focus on what's going on for the day and at that exact time. But that's not the whole picture, right? Every candlestick's telling you a story. So you got to understand what the story is and what those candlesticks are trying to tell you. But in order to do that, you need to be able to see literally months and weeks worth of history to explain why price is where it's currently at in the present. All right, so if you watch that video that I have linked on my TikTok, I go over that a little bit further in depth. But what I always tell the students and members is if you look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present and what could potentially happen in the future. Because again, the price isn't just randomly doing stuff. It's not just randomly making pivots. It's not randomly spiking up or down. There's a reason why price is doing everything. There's a certain code and rules that are in place on any charts in every time frame. You just have to be able to identify and decipher that. And that's why I teach the members. But besides all that stuff, being able to understand and read candlesticks is super important in a whole, because that's how we make or lose money based on what the candlesticks do. And since we don't control price, it's very important to understand the behaviors of candlesticks and why they do what they do. So we got a new 15 about to start in a little bit. Still looking at these other pairs, but they're not where I want them to be at yet. So we're just going to let them continue to do their thing. Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything else. This is the only trade we entered last night during Tokyo session because, as y'all know, well, most of y'all know, this is the first time watching the live Tokyo session strictly with the members. Took a nice GJ move. We're kind of right back at like TP4, TP3, but we just hit TP5 before the live started. Looking for some other setups. I'm watching GA right now. Also watching oil and the indices, but those probably won't make a move until pre-New York or right before the news pops off. So looking at gold, we're going to be looking for sales. Like I mentioned with the members, and I believe in yesterday's live, we're going to be looking for sales still. So right now, the main price levels I would suggest paying attention to for gold. Well, first we got to explain why we're looking for sales. Like we just went over, you got to figure out which one of the three formations price is in. We went over this in yesterday's live, but as we see here, it still holds true from yesterday's live. It's still consistently making lows. Nothing showing the uptrend. Nothing showing higher highs or higher lows being made. We can perfectly see lower highs, lower lows, lower high, and potentially new lower low. So depending on the price can break the next level, then we can enter some more sells. So I'd wait for price to either retrace back up to 1964 and look for a sell there, or wait for price to break below 1950 and then you can look for a sell there. I want to see a price can break. It can either hit or break past 1934 today. Ultimate target I want to see is 1920. If that doesn't get hit today, I would like to see that get hit tomorrow. Will not consider buys unless price breaks above and holds 1980 as the support level. So anything below that, I'll consider sell territory. So that's the game plan for gold. US30, like we went over before, is super bearish. So I am looking at sells. But to be honest, those pairs are going to be a little bit confusing today because they're all kind of doing their own thing. NAS and SPX, especially NAS, as you can see, has been consistently shooting up. So we strictly look at NAS and ignore US30. It's on top of a strong support resistance level. We do have a slight imbalance here that I could try to fill up before pushing up. But on NAS, I would not really consider sells. Safe sells unless price can break and hold below 13,860, 13,855. Anything above that, even if it hits this level, that's why I say if it can break and hold, because even if it can hit this level, this could still be considered a higher low and price could still continue to push to the upside. And as you can see, it's currently chilling at this level. But as you can see on the daily, it's a super small wick. And if you go in smaller time frame, you can see why, because it's literally just been taking that, no volume at all. And like I said, that's most likely because of the news events popping off later today. Speaking of news events, in about 30 minutes, we do got some Euro news. We're going to see if that's going to bring some volume into the markets, at least for the Euro pairs, if anything. GJ is pushing back up, about to try to break past TP5, see if we can hit the next TP. Got other pairs on my other screen, just waiting for confirmations right now. No rush to enter any trades, just going to be patiently waiting for price to do its thing. And I'll be posting screenshots on my story of this as well. But as you can see, that thing literally did a huge retracement after that, wicked back up, and now it's pushing back up, and we're right back at TP5. So we're going to see if we can hit the next TP. All right, those just joined the stream, make sure that first one join the free Telegram, free signal room. Make sure to read that disclaimer I just posted. That way you'll already have that in your head and understanding before we post any other trades. Yeah, but that's a very strong candlestick right there. Yeah, so I'm looking at other pairs as well, but this is the only one we're in right now. I'm looking at GA and GN and EA as well, but those aren't where we want them yet. I'm also looking at US oil. We can pull that up also, but it's currently just chilling right here. So I want to see if we can break this low. We can break it, hold this low, and then we look for a sell. Or if it comes back up to this low, we can look for a sell as well. But price is bearish. And I was supposed to, we missed a lot of opportunities on this setup. As you can see, I had this marked off. I was talking about looking for oil sells for like at least this entire month, and I kept on forgetting to even pull up the charts. But I reminded myself today after I was doing my updated markups last night. And yeah, so we can see a nice sell setup. Nothing's really showing us buys. What I consider buys unless price can break and hold above this level. I'm not really saying price points because with oil, every broker is a little different with oil. But I mean, if we're talking strictly the source I'm using Black Bull, USOil.f. So on this source, if price can break and hold above 73.10, 73.20, then I would consider buys. So anything below that is sell territory, in my opinion. And it's currently at a good support resistance level, especially on the daily and the 4-hour time frame. So we're just patiently waiting for price to break and or hold that level. Or if it comes back up to here, that's even better. We're looking for a sell up here. But either way, we're looking for sells on these next two levels. We barely missed TP6. We missed that by literally like 1.5 pips. Want to see if we can hit this 15-minute candlestick. EA ended up rejecting that level, which is why we always wait for those confirmations. So we're just gonna let that do its thing for now. Let's see what these other pairs are doing. Yeah. So this is the only one. So we're gonna move this over so we don't get sidetracked. So going back into this channel. All right, so this is the same thing you see on y'all screen. This was how we did last week. Went over that. This is how we did the week before. Same thing you'll see on your screen. Caught 26,987 pips. Went 13-1, giving us a 92% win rate 2 weeks in a row. 24,600 of those pips caught was strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. Monday, we caught 4,600 pips. Tuesday, we caught 12,691. Wednesday, we caught 2,400 pips. Thursday, we caught 7,030 pips. And Friday, we caught 223 pips. Then you click right here. Same thing. It's going to take you to the very top where you see my personal entry, SL, TPs, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions when TPs got hit in real time. 9 times out of 10. Sometimes I am a little late to notifying y'all if I'm doing other stuff, but usually if I'm on the charts, I notify y'all in time. Here's that pinned message, one of the pinned messages I was talking to y'all about. So you can use code 1 year at checkout for any of the packages, that's including the monthly, lifetime, and yearly, and advanced play sitting room, also for the one-on-one sessions and the course. The reason why it's code 1 year is because you click right here, it'll take you to the very top, and you see literally last week was the 1 year mark when the playbook got created. You see it got created on the 20th or 22nd, whatever the case may be. First trade was posted on the 23rd. So that's why we're celebrating our 1 year anniversary. So you can see how we've been consistently averaging 80 to 90%, high 80 to high 90% win rates on the weekly, monthly, and quarterly level. Just like how it currently is, you'll see screenshots of trades, consistent, regular, huge drops. You'll see student results, of course, recaps daily and weekly, and all that good stuff. So you have over a year worth of receipts to check out and see for yourself. So make sure to check that out. All right, but as far as this month, as you can see, the past 2 weeks we've been 92% accurate. Then the second week of the month, we had a 90% win rate, going 10-1, catching a total of 8,400 pips. And then the first week, like I said, was super slow, but even with the super slow week, we still ended the week positive 7-2 with a 77% win rate, catching a total of 4,300 pips, right? And then as far as, let me move this over. Yeah, so we're right there. We're almost at that TP we're looking for. And again, like I said, wins, losses, everything is posted here. Very transparent. And y'all want to see a sneak peek of what some of the lives look like with the advanced play signal room, you can check this out. You scroll to the third, you'll see this is like the full live of one of those New York sessions with the members. I have a bunch of those this month. I dropped a lot of those, so I definitely suggest watching all those videos because you will learn something from those. Now, this is how we did January, February, March, April, May. This is most likely, this is April. Yeah, so this is how we did April. So we went 47-5 for the entire month of April. Only took 5 losses the entire month of April, giving us a 92% win rate for the month. Now, that month we caught 108,599 pips. 90,852 of those pips was strictly caught with the members in the advanced play signal room. And same thing, you click right here. So you want to find this, you go to April 30th, and you'll find this here. You click right here, it's going to take you to the very first week of April, where you can see we had 80% win rate, caught 12 wins, 3 losses, 48,200 pips. Then same thing, April 3rd, this is the first week of April. Same thing, everything, documents, screenshots, all that good stuff. You can check out for yourself. Now, I'm trying to find, because I marked off how we did for the quarter as well. This is where we did that giveaway. The next giveaway we're doing, that was the 500 subscriber giveaway. We talked about this yesterday. So this is what the details of that was. The next one, like I said, is 1,000 subscribers, which we're almost there, by the way. So if you haven't subbed, hit that sub. But we did this live, but this was the first giveaway. So it's supposed to be 5 winners, but it ended up being 6 winners. But the first winner got the playbook course for free. Second winner got a free hour-long one-on-one session. The one-on-one sessions comes with the one-on-one mentorship package. So you get the advanced play signal room as well as one-on-one sessions with me. So you get 2 sessions with me a week that are hour-long and recorded to you. Recorded sent to you same day. So you literally get to make money while you're learning how to trade. And then, of course, You get access to student member group chat with that as well. There's more details of that in the channel. We're not going to really go too in depth with that right now, but if you got questions, of course, you can ask on the chat or you can just DM me that. But I'm not gonna go super in depth with that. At least not right now. The third winner got the playbook course for free as well as an hour-long one-on-one session. Fourth winner got the playbook course for free. Then the fifth winner got a free one-on-one session, or the choice to choose between a free one-on-one session and the course, or the course and 1 week access to Advanced Play Signal Room for free. And we did the raffles and all that live that day. I forgot what day that was, but it was like last month or 2 months ago. But we did that as well. But that's not what I wanted to show y'all. I'm trying to find another thing. I'm looking at the chart still, but as you can see, GJ's doing this thing. I'm looking at so this is how we did March. So looking at March, we went 59-5. So we caught 59 wins, only 5 losses, giving us 92% win rate for that month. 92,592 pips was caught. 72,100 of those was strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. Hi, I wanted to learn how to trade and become consistent. How can I achieve that with you? Very simple actually. So you're already doing the first thing, which is you're asking questions. You're asking the right questions. All right, I like this question you asked because you're not just asking to learn, but you're asking how to become consistent, which is the ultimate goal. So the first thing you can do, I'm gonna drop a few videos for you. But it's not just for you; it's for anyone watching the live now or watching the recorded live. Shout out to y'all. But this advice is for literally everyone. All right. So this is for anyone, whether you want to be consistent or not. If you try to make money trading, these are the things you need to do. So I'm going to link these videos. I suggest watching these in order and I'll explain why. But all these videos on my channel are short and to the point, and they're all shorter than your favorite TV show besides the lives. But I do have multiple videos on my channel that will help you out. Honestly, all my videos will, but specifically for what you're asking, I got you right now. I'm about to link some videos in the comments for this. All right. So the first one is, and I'm just going to assume you can correct me if I'm wrong, but let me read this. Okay, so you say you want to learn how to trade becomes consistent. So I'm gonna assume that you kind of understand the basics, as in, you have MT4, MT5, you know how to enter a buy or sell position, and or you kind of understand candlesticks. You might use indicators at this time. Most people do, but I'm just going to assume that you know those kind of basics. So if I'm wrong, let me know. But I'm just going to assume that you know that stuff at least. So the first video, because again, before you can make money, you got to understand how to make money with this. And in order to understand that, you got to know how to read candlesticks. So the first thing that I would suggest to do is watch this video here. I'm gonna drop this in the thing as well. So this first video, okay, so I'm correct. Okay, perfect, perfect. I use EMEA 50. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Like I said, I'll get into indicators in a second. I'm not the biggest fan of indicators, but that's because people abuse them. I'm speaking. I used to be the same way, but we'll get to that in a second. Yeah. All right, cool. So I was on point. That's cool. All right, I just wanted to make sure I was right on that. That way I can at least send the correct things. All right, so this is the first video. It's literally on my page, and this is the exact title. How to identify the trend day trading. All right, there's that link. So this is the first video I suggest to watch. The reason why is because, like we went over at the beginning of this live, we make money based on, we determine correctly if price is going up or down. And the best way to determine if price is going up or down is to identify the trend. So you need to know how to identify the trend and signs to look for when the trend is potentially going to change. So that first video is going to help you out with that. All right. So watch that video first. And of course, those watching the recorded, here's the title. You go to my profile, you'll find that. You're gonna have to scroll a little bit, but it's on there. And like always, if you have questions, including questions about a certain video to help you with stuff, I get questions every day. People ask me questions about trading, and I usually don't have a video for it. Like just the other day, someone asked me a question. I was like, I got a video for that actually. I sent them a video. They checked it out. They were like, hey, I appreciate it. That helps me out. You know, if they had, I don't know if they had any other questions, but watch this video first. All right. So after you watch that video, and again, if you guys can't find this watching the recorded, you can always DM me. I have no problem sending links to my videos. But that's the first video I'd watch. After that video, I'd watch some of my trade breakdowns. I had multiple trade breakdowns. Watch some of my most recent, but literally all my trade breakdowns, they're all very consistent and the same. And by that is I enter trades based off the same confirmations and the same rules every single day. So it doesn't really matter what trade breakdown you watch, but I'll just link. Let me find. Yeah, I'll do this one. I'm gonna link this one. All right, this was a 200 pip move we caught. Broke this down on the live as well. So this is a 200 pip trade breakdown, and this is a currency pair. I think this was GU, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so I'll watch this video next. Okay, this is literally the title. So now the first video is going to teach you how to identify the trend. That way you know how to enter buyers or sellers. So this video is breaking down why enter the trade, a little bit of support resistance and all that stuff. All right. Now, after you watch that video, then I have this video right here. All right. This video is titled The Best Way to Grow Your Account, How to Double Your Account in 2 weeks. And this is not clickbait. This is not me over leveraging. I show screenshots. I break things down. The whole thumbnail is a screenshot showing you that I doubled my account in 2 weeks. But this is a way to realistically and consistently grow your account monthly, quarterly, and yearly without over leveraging. All right, so it's the third video I'd watch. Best way to grow your account, how to double your account in 2 weeks. And again, I show receipts. This isn't me just, trying to clickbait and grow views, get views. All this stuff is realistic. All right. And then after that video, I'll suggest watching this. And this is a 200 account flip challenge. All the details, my broker and all that is in my description, but the leverage I use is 1 to 500. All right. So then this is the fourth video. This fourth video shows you exactly me doing that. And this video I actually doubled my account a little bit quicker. I think I doubled my account in 3 days. No, I made 50% of my account in 3 days. I doubled my account in 1 week. So there's a part 1 and part 2 of this video. Watch part 1, part 2 is on my channel as well. So after you watch all 3 of those videos, now that's for someone that's got some experience trading. So if you got the basics, those videos could kind of help you out. Now, those videos aren't going to show you how to identify these levels and how to properly calculate your lot size, risk to reward, all that. I do have a video on YouTube going over risk to reward, but there are a few other missing pieces to the puzzle that you're going to need, but those are the basics. All right. But if you're truly trying to save time and not do what I did, which was teach myself and learn from trial and error and learn the hard way, of course, like I said, there is the advanced play signal room. All right. Now, what comes with the advanced play signal room is what it sounds like. There's a signal room, but it's a little bit deeper and more to it. So my broker is linked in the description if you're interested in checking it out. You don't have to make a live account. You just play around with the demo, see if you like it. But my broker is linked in the description. I link it multiple times in the free channel as well. But I pretty students use my broker as well, no issues. Fast withdrawals, same day. Sometimes you can get that literally in like 20, 30 minutes. deposits and withdrawals hitting. It depends on the time of day you do it. That's another topic of discussion. But you always get the withdrawals and deposits hitting the same day. No issues on either side, withdrawing or deposited, all that good stuff. And the spreads are super low on that, to be honest. Like currency pairs, even on indices, they're pretty low compared to other brokers as well. So no complaints on my broker. But before we get back to that, let me make sure we're not missing any setups. I'm glad you asked that question because not a lot of people coming to the channel ask that question. I might get DMs, but a lot of people that be on the lives don't ask questions like that. So shout out to you. And I am going to get back to going further into depth on how to be consistent. But those videos alone, if you have some experience, will help you. Now, they might not, do everything, but those will definitely help, and you will see some improvements if you apply that stuff. That I can say. Because before I did that, and after I applied, it was a huge difference in my trading results. That's for sure. So I'm just looking through these pairs really quick to make sure we're not missing anything, and we're not. So we're going to get back into breaking this down. Okay, so those are the first videos you should watch, right? Now, if you're trying to learn quicker, the advanced play signal room is just that. I have the course as well. And like I said, I have one-on-one sessions. Now, the one-on-one sessions, you get the advanced play signal room as well as 2 sessions with me weekly that are hour-long and recorded to you same day. Those sessions are based on your schedule, whatever time you're free. That's where we start. And depending on if I don't have that hour booked, we'll book you. Like, it doesn't matter if it's weekend, weekday, doesn't matter. It's based on your time and your schedule. That way you can learn while making money. So I'm literally fishing, catching the fish, giving you the fish, and then teaching you exactly how to catch the same type of fish that I caught. All right. So the details of the advanced play signal room are in the free channel. So we're just going to scroll. Also, well, that's a little too far. So let's scroll back to the bottom. And also, if you were in this live for at least the past 15 minutes, we scrolled through the free channel and we showed that literally for this entire year, we've been averaging a high 80 to 90% win rate, not just weekly, but monthly and quarterly. So that's going to help you as well, winning a lot more than you're losing. But if we just scroll, I scrolled past it, but we're going to. Also, you scroll to the 29th, you will see some student results. Like, shout out to my boy Shawn. He turned 100 to 517 in 1 week. This was literally last Friday. He sent this to me. But yeah, I have a lot of student results in here as well as on my Instagram, which is at the bottom of your screen at Playmaker_way. Make sure to follow me on that and TikTok, Playmaker_way. But I scrolled past it again. Okay, here it is. So you see this a lot of times. So you want to look at the most recent one. Literally just scroll to right here. This is a screenshot of the GJ trades. Like I said, we entered this last night. We're past TP2. We're on TP5, obviously. But this is the gist of what's in the advanced play signal room. 1, you get notified all the trades I enter. The free channel only gives a quarter to half the trades. Excuse me, depending on how many trades I take, right? But Tokyo session trades, all trades taken. Tokyo session are strictly for the members in the advanced play signal room. So you get exclusive Tokyo session trades. We trade all sessions. We trade London, New York, Tokyo. All right. Then you'll be updated. Like I said, so you're going to be updated when I enter trades, exactly when I enter them. Well, obviously, even the free trades, I post, my personal entry and all that stuff. So you get that in the free channel as well, just to be transparent. But see my chart analysis, you see a little bit of that on the lives on YouTube, but I go further in depth with the members, which I'll show y'all in a second. Exclusive New York session news live. So we do go live New York session during high impact news. We're going to be doing that this week for the FOMC. And of course, was it Friday? The ADP or unemployment or whatever. We're going to be going live for that as well. But we go live typically, usually 2 times a week outside of the London session. It depends on my schedule. It depends on how many one session I have, or if I'm busy that day in general, because I do a lot of stuff besides trading. But I do like to at least get it in on average 2 a week. So you get that. You also get a student member group chat, and in the student member group chat, I have a pinned video going over exactly how to properly calculate your lot size. That way, you're risking the same amount each trade, because that's another secret that a lot of these traders do not tell y'all about. They always talk about proper risk, proper risk, proper risk, but that's just some word that people like to use. But nobody really goes into depth with that. But I go into depth with that. With Advanced Play Sitting Room is a lot more than me just calling trades. I break down a lot of stuff, right? Also, like I said, use code 1 year at checkout for 25% off. It's not going to automatically do it. You have to put it in just like if you were ordering pizza or any other thing online. They have the coupon section or the discount section. You put it in there, right? So that's what it comes with. So now I'm going to pull up the channel so you can see for yourself kind of the details and all that. So give me 1 second. Let me just make sure we're not missing any setups. I'm still looking at oil. Oil just broke below the level. Let me see. How much leverage? I already answered that. Okay, my broker. Okay, I'm having misconfusion right now. How can I calculate how much I would gain with different leverages? Now, 1 to 300, I can't answer that for. Like I said, I use 1 to 500. So, like I said, my broker. I mean, most brokers, I'm assuming, are free to make an account with. Now, fees and charges are different, but like I said, my broker, I have plenty of students and members, and even people in the free channel that use it. No complaints. So, like I said, you don't have to move all your money into it. Just make a demo account. Play around with it on a demo. Nothing wrong with the demo. Like I said, it's no rush. One thing with trading is no rush with trading. But like I said, that's the broker I use. And I use 1 to 500 leverage. All right. So that's how I'd go about with that. And then one we're in the broker use is not regulated. I just enter a link, but I'm not wrong. Yeah, a lot of brokers aren't regulated. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brokers, believe it or not, are not regulated. There's only a small percentage that are. And the ones that are usually be having like crazy fees, or they do a lot of behind the scenes uh handshakes and deals with the banks and hedge funds. But that's a whole nother topic and discussion. But if that's an issue with you, that's fine. Like I said, you don't have to use my broker. Everything I've stated, those videos to watch, advanced play sitting room, all that stuff will not affect your trading. You know, using my broker or not, it's not going to really affect too much your trading results besides charges and spread and then deposit and withdrawal times. That's the only differences between brokers for the most part. So you can use whatever broker you want. Like I said, not every one of my students uses my broker. They all use their own brokers, right? This is just a suggestion. The main things that I'm talking about, you don't need to focus too much on the broker. Like I said, just make a demo. Play around with it. If you like it, cool. If you don't, stick to your broker. No issue. The main things I want you to focus on is everything besides. That's the last thing on this list of importance is the broker. Everything else is tops the broker. All right. So don't focus too much on that. Focus on everything else for right now. All right. So those videos, none of those videos talk about brokers. So you need to identify the trend. No matter what broker you use, this is important than these other videos. All right. So don't focus too much on that. You can use your broker for now. All right. So back to what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was supposed to pull that channel up. Give me 1 second though. New 15 just started, so I want to make sure we're not missing anything. So give me 1 second. Nope, GN is still doing what it's doing. Let's see what GA is up to. Hope GA is doing what it's doing. All right, but the Euro news did start. So let me pull up my other pairs. We're gonna get back to it, but we're doing this live. And these charts aren't gonna be like, hey, where's spitting right now? So let me pull out a chair and listen to what he got to say. No, the market's still going to do what they're going to do. So I just want to make sure that we're not missing anything. So we got this, doing that. So I'm going to write some trade ideas up really quick, and then I'm going to get back to the comments, and then I'm going to pull up the advanced play signal room in a second. There are a few setups I'm looking at right now. So give me 1 second. Now give me 1 second, y'all, because I can't talk and type. So I'm going to write some of these trade ideas up. Haven't entered anything else yet. I'm still just in GJ. But that could change after this 15. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and pull this up. So I'm going to slide this over. All right, we're in the advanced play signal room. Like I said, this was last night. It's a GJ sell. You see our entry. So I'm showing this now because we're deep in profit. So unless it retraces all the way back to entry, doesn't really matter at this point. But I still wouldn't suggest anyone enter right now because as you can see, we're deep in profit on this. But this was what I was talking about last night before we entered the trade. I told them the game plan. I was like, we're looking for New Zealand AUD buys, looking at JPY pairs as well. This was the New York price watch list video every day during New York session or before New York. I go over the trades we took during Tokyo and London session and possible sets for New York. I go over why we're looking for buys or sells depending on that pair. I go over price levels to look for buys or sells at and all that good stuff. So you see here we're going super deep, depth and detail. Then right here, I responded to this video saying SPX. This is a typo. SPX ended up retracing to support level as anticipated. Those that's in the channel and you watch that video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Right? Well, I dropped that every day. This was the SPX buy that I talked about we entered yesterday. This is the day before. Same thing, looking at trades we were in and possible setters going into New York. These are trades we took all this week. See the entries, SLs, reactions, same thing. Game play for London and New York. Same thing, you see the trades, all that stuff. So every day, same thing. Look at the trades are currently in possible setters going to New York. So every day I drop that. So you need to watch those videos. As you can see, they're all short. They're between 2 to 5 minutes long. And again, you don't have to be super locked in to watch. Obviously, you're watching it is going to help, but all you have to do really is just listen because I go over price points and I go over a lot of things super in depth and in detail. You get what I'm saying? So, give me 1 second. So there's that. All right, cool. My bad. I'm looking at other charts, making sure I'm not missing anything. Then the next thing I want to point out is like there's pinned messages in the group chat. One of these messages is the link to the group chat, but you see this message here, this pinned message is the account size key, because as you know, there's certain pairs that you need a certain account size to trade in order not to over leverage and or blow your account. So to make sure to avoid as much as possible, I go from price account size 100 to like $3,000 and what pairs to or to not trade, all that good stuff. There's a couple other pin messages as well. Let me go on my phone and hit those so I can read those out loud. I'm obviously not going to click them because that'll be exposing a lot of the sauce in here. So yeah, there's the group chat rules, account size key, and then in the group chat, I'm not going to show the group chat. Let me see if I can show the group chat. Actually, no, because I don't want to expose people's names and stuff. But I have screenshots of what goes on in the group chat, all in the free channel and on my Instagram page. Give me 1 second. And then here is a recording of the live. Like I said, we go live during New York news at least twice a week, and they record it the same day. So this was the link. You see this was at 1:58. Whole hour later, drop that for those that missed the live. So even if you missed the live, even if you missed the trade, literally, if we go here, there's over 175 vote photos and over 300 videos. And again, just like we've been doing this for a year. There's literally a year's worth of videos as well to check out. As you can see, now if I was to filter through these, like let's say I bought this today, unless you're looking at the price watch this video for today or yesterday, I would ignore all these and just simply look at the videos that are 30 minutes plus, because the 30+ minute videos are all New York session lives. And then if you scroll a little bit farther, you're going to see some that are hour plus. The hour plus vids are Tokyo session lives. And in those lives, I go over in depth, further into depth, the trade breakdowns, how to manage TPs, re-entering trades, moving SL and profit, and a lot of stuff. All right. But you have over 300 videos to go over. You have literally countless chart analysis to go over. They're all in detail. And like I said, there's a student member group chat as well. So that's what's included in the advanced play signal room. So it's a little bit more than a signal room. It's not just me calling trades out and be like, hey, TP got hit, SL got hit. It's no, I make it very clear and I explain why we're even going for what we're going for. Because it's one thing to just, blindly lead someone or hold someone's hand and be like, go this way, this way, this way. If you don't know what's going on, you're going to be confused or hesitant to follow. But if you fully understand why we're doing what we're doing, then you'll feel more confident to do what we're doing, and you'll also understand why we're doing what we're doing. It'll make more sense. Because, there's one thing to tell, it's just like Finding Nemo. Old dude was telling Nemo not to touch the butt. He ain't explained why. He was like, just don't do it. So Nemo went and did that shit, right? But guess what? If he would have explained in further depth why he did it, he may or may not have done it. But he was still a kid. Kids are stubborn, so he probably still did this shit. But you get the point. Now, if I was told, if I touched that thing, these crazy little scuba divers with these cameras and all the crap was going, if I knew that was going on, I wouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? But someone was just like, don't do it. And I'm just like, why? And it seems harmless. I'm going to end up doing it. But that's basically what goes on. So to answer your question, watch those videos. But if you're trying to be efficient, and I say, if you're super serious and you're trying to see huge results this next quarter or by this summer, well, not this summer, at the end of the summer, I highly suggest to lock in. And that's not just me trying to sell stuff, because those that be watching these lives, you already know I don't be pitching stuff like I should be. I just let the results talk. But the reason I say that is because, like I said, I keep everything simple to the point, and as you see, all the tools are there and in place for you. It's literally all there. You just have to apply yourself, lock in, and study, and then, of course, ask questions. Because you don't ask questions, you're not going to get answers, right? Like I said, I get messages all the time. I got members and non-members asking me questions. So that's the most important thing. If you're confused, to ask questions. We got a new 5-minute about to start. The Euro news. As far as the Euro news, nothing too crazy happened or went down with that. Yeah, nothing too crazy went down with that. Still looking at EA buys. We're going to wait for that next 15 to see what that looks like, and then we'll go from there. I still like EA as a buy setup. It's respecting the level of support. So we're going to wait for the next 15 to see what that looks like, but we might enter that. So don't be too shocked if we enter that. Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. This is the only trade we took. We took this last night during Tokyo session. We're looking at some other setups. You just joined the live. I suggest rewinding from the beginning. But before you do that, hit that first link and join a free Telegram, free signal room. That way, if we do enter a trade, you'll get notified and you won't miss out because, you rewinded the live. You see how we've been doing the past 2 weeks on your screen. We just went over that. We went 11-1 last week. The week before that, we caught 26,000 pips. Last week, we caught 5,400 pips. Both weeks ending with a 92% win rate. This week, we're 5-0 this week so far. Didn't take any trades Monday, obviously, because there was a bunch of bank holidays. So we didn't take any trades Monday. Tuesday, we went 3-0. Let me pull that up. Tuesday, we went 3-0, caught 225 pips. And then yesterday, Caught this nice GJ move. Went 2-0 yesterday. Catching a total of 577 pips. And the beta members are deep in profit on this GJ setup. So we're 6-0 for the week so far. Members, you already know in a couple hours I'm seeing a New York price watch list video, so be on the lookout for that. And we just went over the details of advanced play signal room. So you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, mark up these levels, read the charts the way I do, and catch consistently daily candlesticks. Hit those links in the description. Make sure you use code 1YEAR at checkout for 25% off. So let me cut you to these comments really quick. What am I seeing on EA that I want to buy? Hey, what's going on? I see you in here. Well, we can answer that really quick. All right, so looking at EA. Now, the level is on. We're on a strong support resistance level currently. We can all agree. We can see that right here. Pretty obvious support resistance level. So before all of this, just go and make a chart. So before all of this, we was extremely bullish. Was catching all these buys here and there. And then after this, we was also catching these sells here. But looking at the bigger picture, we was extremely bullish here. We can agree there. And then we saw a small beginning of the downtrend, but when it hit this strong support resistance level again, it broke out of this. We entered the buys here. And now right here, we can see a possible higher high get made if it can hold this level and push to the upside. Now we're going to put these lines back and connect the dots. Once this loads, give me 1 second. All right, there we go. I don't know why it froze up on me, but it happens sometimes. But we're going to get back to it. We do this live. All right, nope. Oh, that's the right one. All right, cool. So we have these levels marked off. Once they boom, there we go. So we see that we're on the strong support resistance level, and we've been catching buys literally this entire time here, and then we also caught this entire daily candlestick here, and we caught this breakout here. So based on just looking at the daily time frame, if price would have broke this level, we would have saw the downtrend continue, but instead it rejected this level and pushed back up, breaking above this level. Then we saw the retest the past couple of days. And then we see here, this wick here, and the wick yesterday. Excuse me, treating this level and respecting it as a support. So since it's currently doing this, if it can continue to hold its support, what do you think is going to happen? You know what I'm saying? That's just the thing with trading. You have to just think of all possible scenarios, but then just think what's most likely going to happen with the flow and direction of price. Now, if price was to reject this level and break below, then we could possibly look for sales. But to be honest, I wouldn't even look for sales unless price breaks and holds below 62.60 to be on the safe side. But that's why we're looking for buys. That's why we're looking for buys on this. GJ is kissing the next TP. U15 just started. See here. But yeah, make sure to hit that like button, y'all, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to contact me directly, you can hit me up on Instagram at playmaker_way. Make sure to follow me on TikTok as well. We're almost at 1,000 followers on there as well. Once we hit 1,000 followers on there, we're going to be going live on TikTok outside of these hours. Got a lot of stuff planned for that. Now, I know we didn't enter any trades, but we had a lot of good discussions, went over a lot of stuff, broke down the game plan for the day. And pretty sure if y'all was here, especially from the beginning, y'all learned a thing or two while in this live. Make sure to hit that first link in the description on the free Telegram free signal room. And make sure to watch that first linked video in the channel as well. This video, not this video, watch this video as well. It's really like a minute and some change long, but it goes over some important stuff, especially if you're trying to take trading seriously. Let's see here. Let me see what this is doing. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, so I like EA right here. 65. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, so like I said, this probably be the only other trade we enter for right now. I'm still looking for gold setups and possible NAS and SPX setups and oil as well, but that's going to be later going on into New York. Members you already know in a couple hours, I'm going to send you all that New York price watch list. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be posting updated screenshots of the positions me and the members are in on this GJ setup on my story on Instagram in a second. So make sure to be following me on Instagram so y'all can see that for yourself. So give me 1 second. All right, bam. Yeah, so I'm in EA right now. We're gonna let this do its thing. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, same time, 11 session. But before we hop off, just real quick, just in case people join late, we do have some high impact news today. All right, we just had the 5 o'clock news, nothing too crazy went on there, but we do have a 5:30 news event. Then at 8:15 to 8:30, we have high impact news for the USD pairs. We got ADP and unemployment claims. Then at 10 a.m., we have ISM's manufacturing PMI. Then tomorrow, we have a Euro holiday. And then we have high impact news 8:30 for the USD pairs. So definitely be on the lookout for the opening candle of New York today and tomorrow. That I don't know about. I personally use MT4. I use MT4, so I don't can't really speak about MT5. I only like to speak about things I personally know, but I use MT4.